Hello, and welcome to the Abundology podcast. My name is Renee Spears, and I'm an abundance channeler and business mentor, and I help people be happy and have more money, love, time, and joy in their lives. I'm coming to you from a very smoky downtown Portland, Oregon, and this is the weekly energy update for the week of September 13th, 2020. Every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And this is my 96th podcast. It's taken me this long to get the hang of doing something new, and I appreciate all of you hanging in there with me through the learning curve. So every week I look at all the things happening in astrology and numerology and Ayurveda, significant dates, and a bunch of other stuff. And about 20 podcasts ago, I would be typing up the notes for the week, because I still can't do this podcast without some notes. And I would start to get messages from the universe to pass on. And these are the same type of messages I get when I'm doing a reading, so I totally trust what's coming through. And we talked about just enjoying the last pleasures of summer a couple weeks ago. And at that time we did that podcast, I kind of thought, well, this is trivial considering everything that's going on in the world right now. But I'm just the messenger, and I just pass on what I get. So here we are, 2 to 3 weeks later, and I appreciate so much that advice. I did do all the last summer things and went to get the ice cream and took Jack for a swim. And that time now seems like lifetimes ago, because this week has just been overwhelming for so many of us on the West Coast. The amount of loss and grief we're all feeling is overwhelming. And last week we talked about Mars going retrograde and triggering all of the same astrological points that we've gone through the past 6 months. And boy, Mars did not disappoint. And then yesterday, Jupiter went direct, which means it's moving forward after about 4 months of being retrograde. And Jupiter, as you know, is my favorite planet. It represents luck, abundance, success, and growth. Whatever it touches gets bigger. So while this is great news because life starts to move forward again, we start now hitting our goals and those intentions that we've set the past few months. With just the feeling of things moving forward again feels so good. But because Jupiter makes things bigger, and now we have this Mars retrograde wreaking havoc out there in the world, it's bound to make the havoc bigger too. So how do we best deal right now? That's really kind of the question. How do we make it through the day right now? So let's start with suspending, or maybe permanently stopping, all of the judgment that we're doing. We need to stop judging ourselves and others and do whatever we need to do right now to feel okay. If that means staying in your pajamas and reading books all day, or volunteering, or sitting on the couch for hours and listening to music. Right now, it's a win just to get through the day. And we want to focus on the little wins. You took a shower today. You ate something healthy. You reached out to a friend when you needed somebody to talk to. You had 2 cocktails instead of 5 cocktails. So we want to put our attention on better feeling things. So not only does this make you feel better in the moment, this is the key to permanently shifting your energy to being a happier person. When you constantly focus on the better feeling. So when you're scrolling through Facebook and you see 20 posts about the poor air quality, don't pay any attention to those and focus on the one post that says rain is coming in the next 2 days. Skip over all the devastation pictures and focus on what the people are doing to help instead. The more you focus on the better feeling things, the more they start to show up in your experience. And this works for everything, for what we see, what we eat, who we hang out with, what we watch, everything. And an example of how to do this is when we think about choosing a better feeling food. Let's just say you have a choice between chocolate cake and an apple. And we want to choose the thing that will help you feel better in the moment and then go all in with it. So if you know you're going to feel better eating something healthy, go for it and eat the apple. But sometimes the chocolate cake might be the thing that makes us feel so much better emotionally. And that might be the choice. So if it is your choice to eat the cake, suspend your chocolate cake eating judgment and enjoy the F out of that cake. If the cake will make you feel better, then let it. Enjoy every bite. Share how much you enjoyed that cake with others. Think about eating that cake afterward and all the joy that piece of cake, or maybe the whole cake, made you feel. So what you do, if it makes you feel better, raises your vibration. If it makes you feel worse, like if you were to eat the cake and then feel guilty about eating the cake for the next 3 hours, that lowers your vibration. Your energy is raised by the things that make you feel good. And if you can allow yourself, once again, to eat and appreciate the cake, it raises your vibration. And it doesn't matter how much sugar it has in it. But if you feel bad about eating the cake, then it's not going to raise your vibration. In that case, clearly, the apple is going to make you feel better. So if you focus and choose the better feeling, you'll live a happier life. And it's important that we learn and improve this skill now. We've been in the process of learning how to be present and happy the past few months in extraordinary circumstances. And this is just the next lesson for us. So stop judging, especially yourself. And we know that if you're judging other people, you're also judging yourself somehow. So let's stop that now. Be easy with yourself and others. Give them and yourself the benefit of the doubt. And then focus on the better feeling thought. Constantly choose the higher vibrating thought or action. And be aware of what you're choosing and then choose higher. So that takes some time to actually sit down, think about it, and make a decision of what you know and allow yourself to feel better. So, okay, we have the last new moon of the summer season on Thursday, September 17th. And this is going to be a productive new moon. It helps inspire us to buckle down and get serious about our plans and our intentions. And we'll be able to kick kind of into high gear with getting everything accomplished from this new moon. So the energy of the new moon and then Jupiter going forward helps to get things started moving again. And we'll need to put some work into what we're doing because of where Jupiter is positioned in the sky. It does take some work right now to get things moving. It's not just a piece of cake and we just shoot off, but it still is going to feel really good to move forward a little bit. So do what you need to do to feel good this week, whatever that is, with no judgment that you should be doing something else, and continue to reach for the better thought. So I thought I would start adding a funny story to the end of my podcasts from here on out. I have so many crazy, funny things that happen to me. So I thought I would just start sharing them because why not? They're going to make you feel better. And the whole purpose of this podcast is that positive energy boost and to kind of set you up for what's happening out there. So this week I had a Zoom meeting with about 5 other people. And Jack, my 110-pound Rottweiler, was sitting next to me on the floor throughout this meeting. So Jack had got some new treats this week, and apparently those treats give him gas. So the Zoom meeting is going on, and Jack starts to fart, and it's loud. These are loud 110-pound Rottweiler farts. These are not little sweet little toots. These are farts. So somebody was talking while he farted, and so I didn't think anybody heard it because the other person was talking, and I thought you could only hear one person at a time. So he farted a few more times, and I just assumed others were talking and nobody could hear it. And then somebody said finally, "Renee, are you farting?" And I said, "No, it's not me, it's Jack, and he's laying next to me on the floor." So I go to move the computer and the camera so people can see Jack, down there and know that it's not me farting. And of course, before I can get the camera down there, he has moved. So there's no dog sitting next to me. So it does appear like I'm the one farting. And I'm not sure if they believe me or not, but Jack farting on Zoom calls has made me laugh all week. So, as always, thank you for listening. We'll get through this time and we're going to come out on the other side wiser, kinder, more compassionate people. So take care this week and hang in there.